So Goldberg finally gets his hand on the Fiend a couple of days before Super Showdown because they won't be able to face each other face off again, obviously on SmackDown next week. I didn't really care for it, Dave. I didn't really like how they played the Fiend off right there. I wish they wouldn't have had any physical stuff go on between them two. I didn't really like how they had the Fiend look weak against Goldberg. I didn't really care for that either. I'm not even really looking forward to this match. What I feel like what's going to happen at Super Showdown is the bell's going to ring. He's going to spear him. He's going to jackhammer him. He's going to kick out. And then that's going to be it. He's going to do the mandible claw or whatever. And he ends up beating Goldberg. This match won't go very long at all. What did you think of the main event last night of SmackDown between these two guys?
Well, it wasn't really a main event, but it was
main event. It was a main event segment.
Yeah. To me, it's the same thing. We haven't seen the Fiend since Daniel Bryan did this to him right before the end of the going to Royal Rumble. So I don't mind they did it to have the Fiend on TV because of that part, because it hasn't. You're not seeing him every week on TV. So, and then to have Goldberg spear him, but it didn't really affect him at all. He got right up and then disappeared. So to me, this is just another way for them to make you think, oh wait, Goldberg might actually be able to beat the Fiend. So you should tune in to see if on Saudi Arabia, which a lot of people aren't watching because of where it's at, which I understand that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just to tune in to see this and seeing all these old wrestlers come out. Hogan's going to be there for some reason. And they're going to have all these people there to do this whole thing. So, yeah, it is what it is. There's going to be some good matches on the show, I'm sure. Because even last year's show wasn't bad either. But I don't think it was Super Showdown, because wasn't that the Australia show called
Jewel. It was Crown Jewel.
Yeah, but didn't they call Super Showdown like their...
No, it was like the biggest... I don't remember, Dave. I don't know.
But apparently there's going to be another one this year, too.
Why is this match happening? Oh, I forgot. Saudi money. Yeah, they go to Saudi Arabia twice a year. That's the one and only spear the Fiend is going to sell, because at Saudi he's going to rise up faster than Taker when Paul Bearer opens the urn. See, I agree with you on that. I feel like he's going to not sell any move. I do feel...
And everyone should love it.
They should. This match is all about, WWE getting Goldberg over there for that money, obviously. And this is a money grab for Goldberg, obviously, because he's not going to win.
Do you think Goldberg is going to do this match because he wants to redeem himself from the last big match?
He's not going to really redeem himself whatsoever. I think he did that against Ziggler, didn't he? I feel like this is going to be...
Oh, okay, I forgot about that.
This is just going to be an opponent just to stick with the Fiend to get to the next match, which is at WrestleMania, because he's not going to wrestle at Elimination Chamber. Now, the question is, and a lot of people, I don't know why, are saying that they feel like Goldberg is going to win. I don't think he will, and if he did, I would love to hear the backlash that it would get on Twitter, but I don't feel like Goldberg is going to win. But my question for you, Dave, is do you think Goldberg has a match at WrestleMania?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, why not? I mean, if they can't... Well, I don't know who they would put Goldberg against, honestly. I have no clue how they would go that. Unless they go to Triple H and Goldberg. I mean, I don't know. Because apparently Triple H isn't wrestling either.
Yeah, rumors is Triple H is not wrestling at Wrestle. The only guy that would maybe make sense and maybe get some pop or some, people behind the match would maybe be John Cena.
And Goldberg?
Yeah, that's the only match that I could see, and I don't even think that would be a good match.
I would rather see Goldberg or Cena and Triple H.
I would rather see Cena versus someone else than Elias and Goldberg, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree.
None of those two matches make me excited to see John Cena inside the ring again. But we'll see what happens at Super Showdown.
Well, John Cena could have ring rust too. Maybe they want to
Matt
start
Riddle, Goldberg versus the Street Profits. Get the.
Did you see Matt Riddle? He's like, I'll be watching, bro.
Fiend, the Fiend's run as champ has been asked. Whoa.
Quack.
Thank you for the bits there, Richie Vargas, coming on here and hanging out with us. I think he goes to work tonight, but thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit. Fiend should have never won a title. Hold on. Because... the chat's scrolling. I got to scroll back up. Because now he can never be beaten or he looks weak. They should have just let him be a special attraction with his ugly red light. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, have it, because no one thought he was going to win, but then if you have Seth Rollins, because he did, this is kind of an anniversary for The Fiend, because in Saudi Arabia is where we first seen that red light, I believe.
And we're supposed to be getting the red light back, everybody, so don't be happy. I know last time we didn't get it, but we're supposed to be getting it back, so... Laters, Richie. Thank you for popping by, and thank you very, very much for those bits, dude. Have a great one. I'll be messaging you later, my friend. I really feel like I'm just not interested in the Goldberg and Fiend match, and I agree with Ian Dunn. I agree, because whenever he loses, he's gonna lose that momentum of the Fiend, because now he's just gonna be a regular character.
Yeah, but if you have Cena at the pay-per-view, do you have him putting someone younger over, or do you have him just winning just because it's John Cena? And how will John Cena look, whoever he faces? Look, I don't care that it's going to be John Cena. To me, the perfect match for John Cena at WrestleMania would be Baron Corbin.
Yeah, because Baron Corbin could take a loss and it wouldn't hurt him at all.
And he knows how to get a lot of heat.
Right, yeah, and it would make sense because he could bring up shit that would get, that heat again.
They have history.
But honestly, the perfect man for the Fiend to face, John Cena to face, is the Fiend. Is the Fiend. And have the Fiend beat John Cena. Have it be a competitive match and have the Fiend. Have the Fiend beat John Cena, because why? John Cena and the Fiend have a past, and he always has, he always settles his stuff with the guys that he has a past with. We've seen it happen before. And John Cena, who is not wrestling very much anymore, I feel like he has a different mindset going into wrestling now. I think would put over the Fiend. He knows what's best for business, I think.
But I would think people would be worried because Cena has a very good WrestleMania record.
I agree with you. People would be... It's one of those matches that you wouldn't know exactly who's going to win. And it's the same thing with if it's Roman Reigns. People are automatically going to assume that Roman's going to win, but honestly, I think it's 50-50 on Roman and the Fiend if they do face off. If and when Fiend loses, it shouldn't be clean, says R. Rich. Ganicus says they should have introduced Liv Morgan and made him lose through that. Like Liv comes out, beats the shit out of Seth, and the match ends like that. Fiend beating the shit out of Rollins with Liv. Fuck WWE, what the fuck, says Ganicus.
You can't beat the Fiend. Because
someone is.
I know, but it's like almost impossible because you're going to have to do the impossible to beat the Fiend.
Fiend versus Hardy at WrestleMania? That would have been cool. The character might be cool, but Bray is a mediocre wrestler, and the red light makes it worse. Wow, that's some pretty strong words about mediocre wrestler. Do you agree with that?
The Fiend, a mediocre wrestler? No.
No, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt in general.
I haven't really seen Bray wrestle much lately, but I don't know if he's mediocre. I think he's a good wrestler still, but because he knows what he's doing out there, even though he might not like how they're making this character so untouchable, kind of like an Undertaker. Which, there you go, the Undertaker would be an interesting thing, too, because the Undertaker beat the Fiend, or beat Bray Wyatt at a WrestleMania.
Beef Stew says Charlotte is a mediocre wrestler. Come on now, Beef Stew. You don't mean that, brother. Since we're talking Cena Mania, what do you guys think about rumored match AJ versus Taker? I think we talked a little bit about it last week, Ted. I know you came in at the end of the show. To me, I feel like that's a safe match for Undertaker. I know he's come out and said that he feels like AJ Styles is the Shawn Michaels of this era. And I can see what he means by that. And AJ can carry Undertaker to a damn good match. AJ will sell the hell out of that match as well. So I have no issues with that. I know some people aren't really feeling it, but I think it's more because they think AJ's going to lose. I honestly think he'll probably lose as well, but I think it'll be a really good match.